This is my third rodeo with Seismic. So I have been a Seismic customer at 3 different companies. When we talk about enablement at Genesys, we think about it from the perspective of a critical function for our not only our internal sellers, but also our partner sellers to be successful in everything they do with their prospects, right? And so one of the biggest challenges and outcomes that we've had to face is around predictability, because prior to me taking on this team, we were kind of throwing a lot of things at the sellers randomly. There was not really a lot of cohesion. They didn't know when to expect some of these things. And so we started being much more predictable in our enablement efforts. So quarterly enablement initiative for our sellers to consume 4 hours of enablement on a quarterly basis that we curate for them. And you say, well, how does that relate to effectiveness? Well, it does, because what it does is it saves them from an efficiency perspective. It saves them time, right? They're knowing when to spend time on their enablement and development. And from an effectiveness perspective, we're actually serving it up to them. They're not having to go and search for things. They're not having to try and figure out when to do something or where to look for it. And it is impacting their results. We're seeing, that they're using the right content at the right time in the right places with their prospects. We went month over month content views in our Seismic platform. We increased by 19,000 views month over month. That is pretty significant when you think about it from that perspective. And it's really, we're seeing that on a continual basis. So it's really being much more predictable and sharing with them in the right space at the right time. So one of the key initiatives for us as we go into the second half is around predictive enablement or predictive content, so that we can start to align our content to the opportunity where the seller is at, and serve it up out of Salesforce, right? That's a huge opportunity for us and something that we have already piloted and we're working on. Digital sales rooms, it's another piece of technology that we're piloting and we've started to roll out with our sellers. They love it. They think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, because now they can easily share this with their customers and their prospects without having to email. They could track their consumption. They can do all of these things. So the technology really has a huge impact